Hey everybody, today we're going to make homemade biscuits, and I make nice big fluffy fat homemade biscuits, and I thought I would share that recipe with you. Please excuse my hair, it's looking a little wonky today, but anyway, we'll just get started. So here is the bowl. I usually don't measure, I just throw things in, but I'm going to try to measure for y'all today because I know that that's important. So we're going to start with 2 cups of self-rising flour, and if you don't use self-rising flour, your biscuits are going to be hard and flat, and they're not going to be good. You can also use plain flour and add salt and baking powder, but I never use that, so I don't know the measurements, but maybe you could Google it. So here is the 2 cups of self-rising flour, and to that I'm going to add some Crisco shortening. You can get the kind that has butter or just this plain. This is best brand, I think. And I'm going to tell you to use about 1/2 cup. I'm not going to measure it, I'm just going to put what I think is 1/2 cup. And so there that is. And to that, if you want your biscuits to be really flaky and tender, and you're going to think this is weird probably, but you don't want to over add, but then your biscuits, you can't hardly handle them, they'll be so flaky. But I'm going to add about this much. It's a nice big heaping teaspoon of mayonnaise. So you add that, and then you have to work your dough. You don't want to overwork it, but you want to incorporate your shortening and your mayonnaise. So I just kind of cover it with the flour to begin with, and I kind of put my hand in, twist, and let go. I don't twist real hard. And you can use little chips of butter in the place of the shortening if you want to, and that's real good too. Sometimes I use butter. Just depends on how I feel, but if you use butter, you really need to chip it up small and barely work with it, because you don't want to melt the butter. You want those little pieces to stay little pieces. And I was going to tell you something else too, but now I can't think what it was. Oh, I know. Make sure that if you use butter or shortening, that it's cold. That way it'll make your biscuits fluffier and better, rather than using room temperature ingredients. So here that is. I didn't work these pieces down to little tiny pieces because I don't want to overwork the flour mixture. So to that, I'm going to pour in my measuring cup 3/4 a cup of milk, but I'm not going to put the whole 3/4 cup in because I might not need that much. But I've made like a little well, and I put about 1/2 cup, and just work from the outside, bringing that into the milk. And then when you've got all your all that mixed, then just start kind of blending it all together. And I'm glad I didn't put all that milk, because it would have been too much milk. This looks like the perfect amount. So I'm just going to kind of get all that up from the sides there. Okay, you have a nice ball. My counter looks a little dingy, and it is because it's old, but it is clean. I'm going to take just a little flour and put down on the counter. And if you have a rolling pin, that's great. You can roll this out. I just press it with my hands. And I like, in the South we have what's called cat head biscuits, and they're real big biscuits, and I'm not going to make them as big as the cat head biscuits, but my biscuits will be pretty thick and big. Here is what I'm going to use to cut them, and that's pretty big. It might be as big as a cat head biscuit. Now when you cut your biscuits, you do not want to twist. If you twist, it will seal your edges and your biscuits will not rise like they should. So just go down. I need to put a little flour around the edge of my cup. And I didn't twist, I just kind of was mashing on both sides. You can see the edges are not sealed. So I'm going to get one more big biscuit out of this. And you don't have to make your biscuits this big at all. Just make them whatever size you want. So here they are, uncooked, nice big biscuits. And I have 4 of them, and I have what my mama would always make would be a jam biscuit, and it's what's left over. You just wad it up and put it on the pan, and that's the special biscuit. So I'm going to put these on. I know you like looking at half my face. I'm going to put these on the sheet on my Pampered Chef baking stone and cook them, and they're going to go about maybe 10-12 minutes. I'll let you know for sure when I take them out, but we'll be back shortly. Excuse me. Okay, the biscuits are finished, and I'm going to go ahead and show them to you. This is them. I'm going to put one on a plate, and let me move this over so you can see. That white on white's not too good. Now these are very, very tender. The mayonnaise really made them tender. But I'm going to put a little butter in it. And I'll give it a cut so you can see. You can see around the edges how it flakes so much. But that's my biscuits, and I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and I hope you give it a try. I think these are just a good, easy biscuit to make, and I appreciate you watching, and have a good day, and see you soon. Bye-bye.